Today let's talk about some of the characteristics of all the body types and what to wear. Number one, the rectangle body shape, straight shoulder line. The bust and the hip area are almost the same width. There is a slight lack of curves. In terms of necklines, go for round cuts rather than straight square cuts. Go for puff sleeves or even bell sleeves to add some volume on the shoulders. And for dresses, avoid any boxy and straight styles and go for something which is fit and flare. Now let's talk about pear shapes. Their shoulders are narrower than their hips. They have particularly fuller hips and thighs, and they have a very well defined waist. The best way to style this body shape is to either balance the hips by adding something of bulk or volume on the upper half, or going for something that actually de-emphasizes the hips. So go for high waist everything. High waist jeans, skirts, shorts, you name it. Next up is inverted triangle. This body shape is characterized by shoulders wider than your hips and your waist, little to no waist definition, absolutely gorgeous legs, and a very athletic physique. Now since you have wider shoulders, you'd want to go for necklines that can elongate the upper half, which is what a deep V does. Avoid puff sleeves, avoid shoulder pads, and go for smaller necklines. Try to add volume on your lower half to balance the upper half with baggy jeans, mom jeans, and anything that flares out from the waist down. Now comes the apple body shape. So if your shoulders and hips are narrower than your waistline, so basically your waistline is the largest part of your body, and you have slim legs and narrow hips, then you are an apple body shape. So go for wide and deep necklines. Now to give yourself a waistline, go for tops that fit under your breast area and then flare out. Avoid wearing any fitted dresses. Go for flowy dresses that fall straight. Lastly, the hourglass body shape. This is the most proportionate body shape because you have a thin waistline, you have shoulders as wide as your hips. Make sure you do not imbalance your already balanced silhouette. So if you're going for something heavy on top, try to balance with something heavy on the bottoms as well. So if you're going for puff sleeves, shoulder pads, or you're going for wider necklines on top, go for wide leg jeans or certain baggy denims or skirts even on the lower half. Avoid anything that's mid-rise and go for high waist everything since you have an amazing waistline. For this body shape, you can even go for fitted dresses or you can go for fit and flare dresses as well, but I'd suggest going for wider necklines. Hope this helps.
Okay, let's talk about best dresses for all body shapes. So first, let's start with the rectangle body shape. A rectangle body shape has a rectangular body frame and they are characterized by a lack of curves. So if you're going for a straight dress like this, you should make sure that there are some elements in the dress that can add curves, like these puff sleeves near the shoulders or these frills near the hips. Now let's talk about the pear-shaped body type. A pear-shaped body type has narrow shoulders and wide hips. Hence, you should go for something that has embellishments on the top so that it distracts from your hips and brings the focus to the top, such as this bow. Wear high waist because you have a very well-defined waist. And lastly, go for something that has a flare to it so that in contrast, the legs will look thinner. I love wearing dresses that are made of natural fibers and are sustainable, and this particular one is from Bergio and it does just that. If you're an hourglass body shape, you should go for fitted dresses because they will highlight your natural curves. This is a slightly looser version, but I love the silhouette of this dress, but you could also go for bodycon dresses. So for apple body shapes, the waistline is the largest part of the body, so you should go for dresses that fall straight over your belly and do not hug it too tightly. Also going for vertical stripe dresses will work in your favor. One pro tip is to always look for pockets in your dress. This one from Bergio has pockets and it's so comfortable. Last but not the least, the inverted triangle body shape. So as an inverted triangle, you'd have shoulders wider than your hips. So in order to narrow down those shoulders, go for necklines that help slim the upper half, such as a deep V.